Hello, welcome to this screencast where we're going to talk about how to read your Aurora High School schedule. So this year will be different than any other because it is the first time that we will be trying a modified block schedule at Aurora High School. So what this means is that we will have a green day and a white day. And the green day is when your odd period classes will meet, and the white day is when your even period classes will meet. So the schedule that you pick up during schedule pickup day will look something similar to what I'm showing on the screen. And every schedule will include the name of the courses that you're taking, the meeting period and location. So period 1 in the Commons, period 2 in room 201, and so on, the teacher of the course, and it might say staff if the teacher hadn't been assigned at the time that we printed those schedules, but no worries. Someone will definitely be there in your study hall if you are a person that has first period study hall this year. And then the term of the course, whether it is an all year course or one that meets only during semester 1 or semester 2. So every schedule should have a format similar to what you see on the screen. The next thing I want to point out is that while we have periods 1, 2, and 3 that are named, as I just said, when you get towards the middle of the day, the periods might have a different name. For example, biology here is indicated as a 4-4A period class, and that's fine. It's the same length as time as your other classes. It's a little different because of how our lunches typically work. Spanish class meets 5-5A, again, same length of time as all of the other classes on your schedule, except lunches. Lunches are a little shorter, they're 30 minutes long. So you can see that this is the format that the schedule takes. Something that's a little bit different this year is our lunch period. So many times students pick up their schedule and they like to see who else shares their lunch period. But something new this year is that we are going to be using a different method for our lunches. So for this year, you are going to disregard the lunch that's listed on your schedule. How then do I know when I eat my lunch is probably your next question. So it is going to depend on whether we are doing a green day with odd periods or a white day with even periods. So let's say we're on a green day. That's the day that odd periods meet. You're going to eat lunch during the period that's pretty close to the middle of your day or your lunchtime. So you are going to find specific information about when do I, who have Mrs. Williamson close to my lunch period, have my lunch time. So we're going to remember that Mrs. Williamson is our teacher. We are going to use the Google Classroom code that was shared via final forms by Mr. Hayes, and we're going to reference the block lunch schedule. So I'm going to look for Mrs. Williamson so I can know when I have my lunch. Oh, I found Mrs. Williamson, and she is my Spanish 1 teacher during the 5-5A period on green days, and I can see that she's in the column for lunch 3. So when I'm a green day at school, I will go to my first period class, I'll hear some announcements, I'll go to my third period class, and then 5-5A, which is the class that I have Mrs. Williamson, I'm going to eat lunch sometime during that block of time. So I know that I have lunch 3, which means that I'll go to Mrs. Williamson's class from 10:49 to 12:19. And when that is over, I'll attend lunch 3 from 12:22 to 12:52. On a white day, I have a different teacher during the lunch period. So a white day would be an even day, and my teacher during 4-4A would be Miss Pavicic. So I would have to reference the block schedule, make sure I'm looking at the white day schedule, white day. And again, I will look for Miss Pavicic's name and see that she is in the first column, which corresponds to lunch 1. So on white days, I know that when it is time for my 4-4A or my 4A5 class, I will eat during lunch 1, which is the first part of that block. And then I will go to my biology class with Miss Pavicic for the other 2 segments of that block period. And then I'll move into my 7th period class, and that will bring me to the end of my day. So this is going to look different for every student, but you'll follow a similar process to what I described while working through the example schedule. I hope this screencast was helpful and gave you a little bit more understanding of how to read the schedule for Aurora High School.